So hello and welcome to Let's Talk SEO. Once you have a topical map ready, it's time to spin up the topical map into articles, and that's where a lot of businesses kind of don't get it right. Uh, when it comes to doing topical map and spinning them into articles, we have an in-house app that we've developed. That's a WordPress plugin that uses in-house plugin uses AI to not only write the content but also do internal linking, also outlining the article, and also there's a choice for us to choose whether we want Claude or if we want OpenAI or if you want Gemini AI to generate those articles. Now we are having a bit of a problem with Gemini AI generating articles, but other than that, we use Claude and we use OpenAI while the dev works on getting the Gemini issue fixed. Also, it generates a featured image. It generates two images within the content of the article. And the great thing about this is it does this in seconds, obviously, because it's using AI. So it's a lot faster than copying and pasting from AI. It's a lot faster than outlining it yourself or getting a writer to write it. And so if you're doing if you're trying to spin up a PBN or you're trying to spin up a quick website, this works tremendously well. So there is also a box there where you can tell AI what type of tone you want the article to have. You can also give it like a prompt. So let's say you want that article to have a table that lists all the best things that, let's say, a resort has. And so all of that can be done because there's a bit of prompt. And so all those articles will follow that prompt, follow that tone in the prompt that you gave it, which makes this a highly versatile tool. But despite all of that, I still need to go in and edit the articles. I still take a look at the internal linking. I still do some of the internal linking because it's not perfect. Okay, but it gets me 80% there. So in this video, I'm going to show you how this plugin works, how I set it up, how it takes stuff from the topical map, like the word count, the article title, article cluster, primary cluster, and then turns that into an article. And honestly, this takes just seconds. If you're interested in the app, you can get in touch with me. So without further ado, let's jump right to it. All right, so let's start with taking a look at my topical map. Now, this is normally not how my topical map would look, but this is a lot like the format that I would follow. So you've got the cluster name over here, you've got a cluster keyword over here, you've got the article title, and you've got the target word count. Okay. Now, normally, I would have more information in the columns E and F, and the keywords would be broken down a little bit more. But this was generated just to make this video, and this is not really a comprehensive topical map on SEO. It's just, again, generated for this video. So this is my website, cloudofcodubai.com. This is the topical map plugin over here. And when you first set up the plugin and you first install the plugin, you need to plug in, or you need to put in your API key. So here is my OpenAI API key. You put in your Gemini API key, your Claude API key, and your Perplexity API key. Now, we recently added Perplexity to this. There's more functionality that the developer is working on, but first we need to fix the problem with Gemini, which, Gemini is not working like it used to. So for now, for this demonstration, I'll use OpenAI, but usually we have an API key for all four of these because we're mixing and matching the content. Then over here, you can choose your default API, your default AI provider. In our case, I've chosen OpenAI. Over here, you've got a default post, so you can generate the article as a post or as a page. If you're a WordPress user, there are two categories. You've got the blog post and you've got the pages. The pages are pages like the home page, the about us page, and the posts are like blog posts. Um, and we can also you can also publish these as draft. You can do a publish. So as soon as the articles are generated, they're published. And then you can also put it in a pending review status. So once the articles are generated, they are pending your review. I usually just keep them as a draft initially because I always edit the articles. I always have to do the internal linking myself. But Again, that's something I work on. Then I have the option to enable perplexity outline generation for article creation. Now, if you want to generate like really good articles, I have found that you should use perplexity to generate an outline of the article before you have it written. So if you want to do that, you can click over here. Just keep in mind that you'll have more credits that are used or more tokens that are used if you use this option. But the output of the articles are way better. I'll undo this for now. Generate article images. So if you want to generate the feature image and the two images within the article, the three images within the article, you can click this. I'll click this just to show you how this works. You can choose how many images you want within the content, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this will be automatically done. So go ahead and save settings over here and go over here back to topical map. You'll choose a CSV file, which is going to be your topical map. Once you you click upload over here. It'll take a few seconds. All right. So once you upload the topical map for the SEO topical map, this is what you will see. So none of these articles have been generated. So once you start generating these articles, these will be ticked off. So it will show you how many articles have been generated. So for this demonstration, I'll just do a few. So we'll do it. What is SEO? So we'll do one of this. So this is a 3,500 word article. How do search engines work? This is another 2,200 word article. So we'll just do these two for demonstration purposes. AI provider, OpenAI, post type. We'll do post and post status. Again, draft. Um, and well, let's just do published. All right, let's just see the finished product. And for the prompt, I'll do I want the article to have a professional, authoritative tone, add a mm, infographic where needed to clarify the idea. All right, just something I've done randomly. Go ahead and click generate articles. Click OK. And in the meantime, I'll open the Cloud SEO Dubai blog. So let's go Cloud SEO Dubai. Go to SEO tutorials. This is my blog, by the way. And as you can see, we don't have any articles over here. Last article was on the 7th of November. So go ahead and let this run. And I'll fast forward the video. Also, just keep in mind is that this is like, in some ways, we continue to add features to this plugin. And so you might run into some issues, or some functionality might break because of a plugin that's conflicting with this. So for the most part, we have it running on around 20 websites and it's running great. So we've not had any problem except for the problem with Gemini. Are we adding more functionality to this? So this will become even more powerful and this will help us explode a lot of the websites that we have, and especially a lot of the PBNs that we run for clients, just because with PBNs, there's this challenge of generating great content. And okay, so generation failed, unknown error. Okay. So again, this is one of the issues that we sometimes have is that it says generation failed, unknown error, even though it generated one article, but it's not complete. The images are missing because we asked to generate images. And this usually happens because there's a problem on OpenAI's end. Um, there are multiple issues sometimes with OpenAI with a quota. Sometimes we've done too much generation, so we can't do any more. Sometimes it's just a system error. There's a server problem. So what I usually do is I go ahead and refresh this. So I hit upload again. And so this kind of refreshes. So it's checking. So it says since this article has been written, so this is completed, but these articles have not. So I have the option to, since this has not been generated image, I can go ahead and delete or remove this article over here, but I'll keep it for now. And I'll just see like if I can do another article. So let's do this and see how this comes up. We'll go ahead here, OpenAI post published. And let's say generate. By the way, this is how the article looks. As you can see, it's like kind of incomplete. The images are missing. A lot of the stuff is missing, but you'll see it has a TOC with jump links. It takes you to parts of the article right away. And Google likes these jump links. I have a whole bunch of related articles below. And also just want to quickly show you the internal linking feature we have. Again, this is not perfect because I still have to go in and do a lot of the internal linking, but this gets me like 40-50% there. And if you're trying to spin something up in a hurry, this makes your life a lot easier. Also, if you have no idea like how to set up an OpenAI API key, there's a previous video that I have on how to do it. So you can go ahead and follow the instructions and do it yourself. So here the article has been created successfully. And over here, this does the internal linking, link generate articles or link all articles. So this would mean like this will link all the recently generated articles to each other, and link all articles will mean it links all the existing articles together so it doesn't discriminate. So we'll go ahead and link all articles, click OK. It takes a second. So article process 1, total articles 1, and created 0 internal links across 1 articles. And this is what I was talking about. So sometimes this does not work, but most times it does work because I don't have a lot of content on here. I'll just click link generated articles again, because if you only, so I only generated 1 article and I don't have a lot of related articles. So again, this does happen, but you can go in manually and edit this. So let's go and take a look at the how search engines work article. Okay, so I want to take a look at this article. I click on this. This will take me to the article. All right, so since we saved it as draft, this is how the draft looks. We can do a click preview. So go ahead and take a view post on how the search engines work. This is the generated image. This is the image within the article. And these are the other images over here, all generated by AI. And this only took a few seconds to do. No extensive prompting, none of that stuff. And if we go back over here to the blog post, since we've asked you to publish this right away, this has been published. So here, if you want to edit the article, this is the edit. You can go ahead and edit the article over here. I would generally edit the article and add internal links and stuff. But if you don't want to do it, go ahead and close. All this is accessible via this dashboard. So each time you come in, you will know that what articles have been ticked off the topical map and which have not. I strongly advise to save your articles as a draft and not just publish them right away. But if you want to publish them right away, there, I mean, you could do that as well. So this speeds up your article creation process. Again, if you have any questions. So this is how the plugin works. It's not necessarily for sale, but if you're interested and you want to spin up articles like these, feel free to get in touch and, we can work something out. So if you guys like the video, like and subscribe as always, leave a comment below. And if this app interests you and you want to beta test this, let me know in the comment below and I will see you guys in the next video. Happy ranking.